what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Midwest Meltdown. It's your boy, Zach.
It's Josh. The beginning portion of the podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and be immediately connected with advertisers that fit your audience. Go to podgo.co at podgo.co and be sure to tell them that the Midwest Meltdown sent you there when you apply. The beginning portion of the show is also presented by Sweat Connected. Sweat Connected is a transformative way to work out. Sweat Connected has a mission to help you feel your best. Each expert instructor brings their signature method directly to you, wherever you are in the world, via Zoom. When you take a Sweat Connected class, you are able to interact with your instructor and all the other participants in the class just like you would in a live studio experience. Whether you have been a group fitness participant for years or are newer to the game, you'll feel at home with Sweat Connected. Sweat Connected is exclusively offering our listeners 50% off. That's 50% off by going to sweatconnected.com and using the code POD, P-O-D, at sweatconnected.com for 50% off your first class.
Dude, stay sweat connected. All right, man.
Bingo.
I got some beef really quick. And
almost ran out of breath there.
I know. I was like, you were pushing it to the limit, and I like that though. That's what we do here.
Dedication.
That is pure dedication out of this whole thing, and that's what makes the show continue to move forward. Almost died, almost lost the amount of breath you had left in you, and you're like, I'm going to the end. I'm going right to the end. Blue in the face, don't give a shit.
It's like when, was it Squidward, when he finally squeaks out the little bubble when SpongeBob is trying to teach him how to blow bubbles.
Yeah, little this. It's just a big ass bubble.
Anyway,
I want to say this early because I know the missus will listen to typically the earlier portions of the show, and I have some fucking beef that I want hopefully you to back me up on. I swear to God, if you agree with her on this, I'm gonna completely assume you guys talked about this beforehand.
Oh, I am so excited,
no doubt. So okay. So on my Christmas list, so what we do is every year with her and her family, we put together an Amazon wish list, and we'll share them with family members. So everybody kind of knows, like, okay, so and so wants this, and that, going all the way down. On my wish list, I put a 24 case of Monster.
24 cans of Monster in one package.
Correct. Now, if you were involved in this wish list going back and forth thing, and you saw that on my list, would you get that for me?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Ask for it, I guess.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hold on, let me just say something before you keep going, because if it ends up being different, you're going to be upset. Mm-hmm. I personally would rather get someone something off their list, because it's just from, this is just a perspective to consider, but it's not as fun if you're getting things you're getting. I'd rather be surprised. If I gave a list, because first of all, let's just establish this. Everybody should be grateful for whatever the fuck they get, unless it's something that harms them or inconveniences them in any way.
Sure.
So, if I say somebody asks me for a list, and I give it to them, and I get stuff or something from them, and none of it was on the list, I'll be just as happy. I'll be, I had no idea. I clearly didn't even think to buy it for myself.
Right.
And likely, if the person knows me, I'll at least like it in some fashion. So anyway, I just want to qualify that I like giving off list, because it's okay, well, if you really want it, just go buy it yourself. You know what I mean? This should be fun, surprising kind of thing.
Okay, perfect, because that does not help her in the slightest.
Okay, great.
That's perfect. Basically, here's the thing. She said that she would not get it for me.
Who's she?
Teague.
Oh. I thought this was to her family.
Well, yeah, but it's she's involved too. So we all she has a list, I have a list, her sisters have a list, XYZ.
Okay.
So I have it on there, and I was like, oh, maybe your sister could, get me a 24 case Monster or something like that. And Teague was like, no, I wouldn't even get you that. And I'm like, well, why? And she's like, because you could get that yourself.
Well, hold on. Okay. And if I was Teague's sister, so let's say Morgan and I were doing this same situation. Same thing. Exact same situation. I'm in Teague's position. No, wait. How is this going to go?
I don't know. Do you need a whiteboard? Write it down?
Hold on. No.
I can fill in for a little bit.
I'm Teague's sister.
Okay.
I would get you a case of Monster.
Why?
Okay. Because you're like my future brother-in-law. Like, we don't live in the same house. You wanted a case of Monster? Here's a case of Monster.
See, wait. Right there. That last statement you just said, I wanted a case of it. You would then get it for me. I have it on my list. It's something I want. Why wouldn't you get it for me?
Well, hold on.
Oh, no.
Because if I was Teague,
Right.
so now we'll do it. So now say it's Morgan and I, or you and Teague,
Okay.
and Morgan goes, "I want a case of Monster." I'm not fucking buying you a case of Monster. I'll buy a case of Monster. Here's your case of Monster, and bring it home. Like that. That's what I would do.
But if she asked for it for Christmas, you wouldn't get it for her?
No, I would just have purchased one for her.
You guys talked before the fucking show started.
No, because that's stupid. You live in the same house. Like, don't get drinks. No, you're not understanding me though. If here, we'll make it the other way. If Morgan's sister asked for a case of Monster, I would buy it for her for Christmas.
Okay,
I don't live with Morgan's sister.
So you're not helping, but you're not hurting my cause either then.
Right, there's a very specific qualification.
Okay.
I would buy Morgan's sister a case of Monster. I would not buy Morgan a case of Monster.
Okay, all right, because I guess, yeah, because when Teague and I were talking about
because it's like, oh, I'm going grocery shopping. Because like, what's going to happen, right? Teague's going to buy you a case of Monster. You're going to get it. She's going to go, hey, can I have one of those? You're like, no, this is my Christmas present. Like, you're clearly going to share it.
She would never.
Well, that's not the point. It's not the point. The point is you're like going shopping for yourself.
Right. Okay. And I guess that was also part of our argument too, is because I was like, oh, maybe your sisters could get it for me. And she was like, kind of, why would they do that? And I'm like, it's on my list. Like, it's something I am specifically asking for on my list that I would, like, if they got it for me, I'm not going to sit there going, oh, I put it on there. I know what's on my list.
Don't get me wrong, though. I mean, I clearly have put a lot of thought into the gift giving process, as we've learned over this past 5 minutes. I would say we ask 20 people this question, 18 of them agree with T.
I think so.
Because she, while she's, if you break it down to technical speakings of wants and statements of putting it on a list,
sure,
you're correct. When you think of which the three of us, you, me, and Teague, have had similar family dynamics. Not everybody does, but I'm similar family dynamics from a Christmas standpoint. I can gather by, I know you, and then stories that, well, clearly we're talking about giving gifts, so I know Teague's family does this too.
Yep.
Because you just told me, most people would be like, no, I'm not getting you drinks for Christmas. Yeah, I could see most people saying that.
I guess I understand that, but I guess it's just like, because here's the thing too.
I mean, typically you don't give people consumables for Christmas.
Sure. But I guess the other point that I'm making too is that on my list, like for me, thinking of things that I need for Christmas, I am terrible at it. Like if I have to put a list together, I'm really, really bad. Like I'll put like gift cards and shit, 'cause, like I don't specifically know. Like if I think of something, sure, I'll just go throw it on there. But like in the heat of it, I'm like, oh, you know what I always need? I always need a 24 case of Monster. Like I got. I
do understand why you did that.
So yeah, and then I always get shit from her and her sister about how boring my list is. So like,
you know what you gotta do, bro? You gotta create a list on Amazon, even if it's just your save for later list, and all year long, add stuff to your cart, and then when you go, okay, I can't spend $120 on this, and this, just click save for later, and then when Christmas time rolls around, beep 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 beep.
$150,000 private jet. Yeah, I'll put this in the save for later.
See, you're getting it. I mean, start a little smaller, but you're getting it.
Well, I mean, maybe they could pool their money together or something, but no, yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do.
All right. Oh, shit. She's probably going to give me shit for this. Let's just cut this out. I'm just kidding.
So, allegedly...
Whatever. Oh, allegedly.
Some artists took credit.
Here we go.
And I'm going to put some major rager air quotes around credit for the monoliths. They took credit for the monoliths. Fuck you.
Well, actually, time out. I'll give you this, okay? Did you read that article I sent you or no?
No, because I was working.
Okay. So, first of all, it wasn't all three. They took credit for the one in Utah. That's what the headline said. They take credit for the...
Oh, well, then that was like the initial communication. The aliens were like, hey, they just put up the big metal dick? And they're like, yeah. Well, all right, dude, send one down.
Bingo. But
Where should we put it? Romania. LOL.
they
That's like when they're doing on their alien Skype for business and they're having a little meeting. Like, where should we put it? Romania. LOL.
what Bill just spun around and threw a dart at the map of the world. But no, but also if you looked into the article, it actually showed one of the guys painting and like making it.
Well,
It's
I mean,
like
you could
in
still
his.
create those photos after the fact.
Oh, sure. Like I told you, I'm not 100% sold still that it's not. That it's either humans or aliens 100%. I tend to lean a little more towards now it being humans, but then again, is it like a human, quote unquote human that's putting these there, or is this like are they tag teaming this shit? Like they got probed 20 years ago in the butt, and now they're like, all right, hey team, and then like they hit a button, team, and they all like stand up straight, like drop what they're doing, and they're like, make this monolith, and they're like, oh, okay, and they just get them
Maybe,
going.
yeah.
I don't know, maybe
Make this model it.
make this monolith, okay,
Oh, okay.
and they start going. They're like, what made you do this? And the aliens are just
Don't
like,
know.
I don't know. Just like playing along with it. No fucking idea. Honestly, just
Dude,
wanted to have some fun.
Morgan and I started Rayman Legends.
Wait, what'd you start?
Rayman?
Rayman?
Rayman.
A video game?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know what that is.
You never heard of Rayman?
Hold on. I might have. Let me
Ooh,
see.
Rayman. Not Rain Man. Not Dennis Hoffman.
Well, see, well,
Or Dustin Hoffman.
that's
Sorry.
why initially I was asking over and over again what you were playing, because I'm like,
Rayman.
I'm like, you guys started watching that movie for the first, like, you had to start watch. Oh, I know what Rayman is. Okay.
Rayman.
But no, that's why I was like, Rain Man, why'd you start it? You have to like watch it in increments? It's only like a 2-hour movie.
Well, no. But we started that.
Oh, okay. How's that going so far?
It's good.
Great insight. You
That's like
sold that game to so many people.
Hey, they're not fucking paying me. I don't need to sell them shit. But that's
We're
like
playing Rayman. How is
good.
it?
It's good.
Good.
That's like
People
that's
are
like when
rushing
you get
into the
picked up from school by your parents. How was school? Good. What'd you do? I don't know.
What'd you
Nothing.
do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Red.
What'd you learn? Nothing.
Nothing. God.
Oh my god, Mom.
Dude, people are rushing to their computers right now to buy Rayman. They're like, holy shit. Josh just said it was good. I'm sold.
I mean, I could have said a lot worse.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but wow,
That is fucking funny.
what a critique. You know, it was funny. I was just watching The Office today, and Andy was like, I could be a food critic. That food tastes bad. I was like, wow, Josh can be a video game critic. I was like,
so
hey,
there's
good.
it's like, it's like a side scroller, relatively simple, but more of like a, it's a platformy type game.
Sure.
But you have to collect a lot of stuff. And it's one of those like, oh, did you collect all 8 of the guys you have to rescue? Did you get all 600 of the little floaty boys? And it's like, oh, if you didn't get it, then it's like hanging over your head, like, oh, you didn't complete it, you stupid fuck.
Right.
So anyway, we're playing it and I want to complete it. But I was like, well, I'm not, this is like romantic time. So I'm just going to play the game. I'm going to get mad. And we're playing and we get through like 3 levels, 4 levels. And we didn't perfect the first one, but we completed the next 3. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfected.
Mhm.
And
Perfect. All good.
And I was like, she's like, oh, I'm like, oh yeah, see, we got to get all 600 of the guys and then rescue the other 8 guys. And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, we got to go back and do that first one then. I was like, yeah, we do. I just wasn't going to be annoying about it because we just started playing this game together.
We've been dating for a whole like month and a half, so I don't want to be that dick. I want perfection.
So I wasn't going to make a deal about it. But if you want to, then I'm more than happy to go do that. Yeah.
You mean like every game that you and I have ever played revolving around getting stars or points to a certain level? Yes.
Yeah.
No, dude, we got this. All right, like, look, just do this. I'll go. Just look, dude. I
One more time.
Dude, one more. Come on.
This is it. Every time it starts, this is it.
Yeah, that's oh
This is
god.
the one.
Every video gamer knows. I think so many people right now just related to going, this is it. Okay, this is the one right here. This is the one. One more go around with it on any sort of strategy puzzle game that revolves around getting like levels or oh god, this is it.
This is the one.
This is the one.
If you jump, okay, no, I have to jump first, then hit. Okay, no, this is it. I got it.
No, dude, okay.
That just applied to like 80 games.
Seriously, I have to jump first, then spin. Oh fuck. Okay,
that's what I was doing wrong.
X, then square. All right, I think I got this. X. I'm hitting X then square.
You know what? It doesn't work. The game's broken.
God, you know then it's my controller's broken. That's what it is.
It probably is.
No, it's not. It's just you sucking.
It's you, audience.
Listen, people, it's not the controller. Okay, trust me.
You suck.
I know.
All right, let me read this. This portion of the podcast is presented by the Gallery. The Gallery Shop is a curated collection of photographs from all around the world. All prints are made from 100% recycled aluminum, giving your wall that gallery finish. Right now, for the holiday season, the Gallery is exclusively offering our listeners 25% off their next purchase by using the code FRIDAY, capital FRIDAY. That's 25% off your next purchase when you go to thegallery.com, and that's spelled THEGALRY.com, and use the code FRIDAY to use the Gallery to create your perfect space.
All right, dude. I got one more thing for you really quick, and then we're going to move on to a little more video game talk. So, as you know, Teague works in the schools down here.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about this from time to time now. So obviously, ever since this whole pandemic started, the schools were like very 50-50, like not even 50-50. They were just like, we don't know what the fuck to do. Back and forth, had no plans for the teachers, no plans for the students for months. And this like whole thing started in January, February. So it was
March,
middle of like basically towards the end of last school year. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So about 5 months. In theory, they've had roughly 5 months to prep for school starting in what would be a couple months ago in September. Okay. So students have now started to make their way back into the classroom. Now, the kids that Teague typically works with are, like kindergarten, first, maybe second grade at the oldest. So again, we're talking 6, 7, 8 years old. Part of the thing that the schools do when the kids walk up to the front door is they start asking them if they have like symptoms that revolve around the disease. So they're like,
children are notoriously known for being honest and accurate.
Dude, so get this. So one kid, like the teacher asked, "Do you feel warm today?" And the one kid's like, "Yup." Okay. So they had to like take him aside, call the parents up.
Wait, because he said, "Yeah."
Yes. He's like,
yeah, he probably had a jacket on. He was sitting on the bus. I feel warm too.
Right.
The fucking Christ.
Because then the thing too is Teague's like, and the school is so proud that they're like, we have a cool way to know if kids are sick or not.
You like, dumb fucks. Do you feel warm? Yep. Yeah, kind of. Because you're making me stand in this line and I have my winter jacket on and we're inside. I feel very warm, actually. Thank you for asking.
I was like,
jackasses.
You gotta be kidding me. Of like all the time that they've had to prep for this shit, and this is what
do you feel warm?
Asking a 7-year-old, like, really? Yep. Oh my god.
2319. We got a 2319.
Fucking squad car something rolling up.
Jesus Christ.
Do
you feel warm? You got it. I wanna have been a fly on the wall for that fucking meeting. Sitting in a boardroom. How are we gonna ask the kids?
I tell Teague this.
Took
all
hours
the time.
for him to come up with.
of all the things that the school systems down here at least have come up with in terms of trying to figure out how to handle and deal with this crisis, I would die. I would literally, if it was the last thing I did in this earth, I would die if someone's like, I could be on a fly on a wall for every single one of those meetings just to listen to the absolute stupidity that comes out of these people's mouths.
Should we take their temperature via non-invasive methods? No. Let's ask them if they feel warm.
What,
Yep.
guys, let's just ask the source.
Jesus.
Think about it. If you're at home and you don't know if a surface is hot or not, wouldn't you love to just ask it and have it be like, "Yup," and everyone's like, "Oh my god, yeah, that's pretty smart, actually." All right, let's do that. You don't think a little 7-year-old kid's gonna be like, "Yup," just to like get out of school even? Hey, do you have a cough?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, all right, going home. Yes.
Yes.
There was that. There's still that South Park episode you have to watch that like they talk about the kids doing this. Well, what Cartman does, so obviously all the kids do like the online Zoom classes. So what he does is every day he like acts like his computer's glitching, and then he'll take a picture of the glitch thing and move it in front of his camera, acting like it's frozen, and then he'll just leave. I'm like, that's fucking genius. I wonder how many kids have actually attempted to pull that shit off.
A lot, I've heard.
Really?
Well, they just turn their camera off because technically you can't actually force them to have their camera on.
Right.
So they just turn the camera off and then leave.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard from some teachers.
I'm learning. Yeah, that's the right answer. What?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. We're gonna move on to some video game. I gotta get out of this stupidity, stupidness here.
I don't know. That put me in a good humor.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Are you feeling warm? Yep.
Yep.
I know that's the episode of this. That's the title of this episode. I know it is. Just, are you feeling warm?
Well, now it's not.
It is. It is. Come on.
No, bro.
Don't walk away from a golden ticket idea.
It's too on the nose now.
Oh, that's lame. That's lame.
You did it.
No, I didn't do anything.
You brought it up. You're beating it to death right now. It's dead.
God. All right, moving on. Video game talk. So in just 2 days, people, we will be able to witness and watch the Game of the Year awards. Whoop, whoop. Oh, thanks, dude. Glad you're excited too.
Dude, you know I don't like awards.
I know you don't.
I don't give a teeny tiny fuck.
Well, I figured if it revolves around video games, you might enjoy it a little bit.
Bro, you could put video games on top of fucking two-headed donkeys. Well, that would actually be pretty cool. But I guess regular donkeys, and I wouldn't like automatically like it just because it involves video games.
Dude, I'd love that.
Shut up.
Where are you going with this?
My point is, you were justifying it as, well, it has to do with video games, so you're interested. Well, not everything that has to do with video games interests me.
I guess. I mean, Rayman's just good, so that got you going right away. So I figured this might be a little bit better than that. If Rayman was good and you're still hammering that home with your girlfriend, I figured the Game of the Year award should probably be pretty good for you. God.
Well, depends on what the titles are.
Okay.
You had to know that this was coming. I can tell you're disappointed.
No, not really. I kind of figured. I'm not like. I guess I'm not totally blindsided, but yeah, well, I kind of figured it'd be. It's there. I get it. That's cool.
I'm just laughing at the intro to this segment.
Oh no,
nothing.
Yeah, just nothing out of you. Like fucking thanks, dude.
God, all right, man.
Okay. So, Game of the Year nominees for Game of the overall year that we've had, which, let me tell you, is going to be one hell of an award to have. Like, that's the other thing, too, you got to think about. Like, of every award for the 2020 season, like, how shitty is that going to be? Like, oh my God, when'd you win your award? 2020.
Doesn't even count.
More like shit on a stick, fucking loser.
Nerd.
Nerd. Okay, so nominees for Game of the Year. Ready? Last of Us Part 2, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Hades, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Doom Eternal.
Okay.
Doom Eternal getting a nod, I think, which I kind of found pretty crazy. I mean, I haven't played it yet. I'm actually running through Doom 64 right now, which, let me tell you, that it's annoying to play at first.
I have all three. Well, the first two Dooms, and then Doom 3 and Doom 4, and now Doom Eternal.
Oh my god, you're doomed.
You're goddamn right. I don't know. I mean,
Who do you think's gonna
okay,
win?
so what do you want from me first? I'll just ask you that.
What do you think is going to win, and I think I know what you want to win. So say both.
Well, this is why I don't really like awards anymore, because it seems it's gotten, I don't know, just strayed from its purpose. Maybe I could just, I don't know,
Okay.
be one of those people. It's not what it used to be.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like, just based on like what I've read
Mhm.
and seen, Last of Us 2 seems like a top candidate. Really don't know much about Ghost of Tsushima or
Tsushima.
Are you certain on that?
About 80% sure.
All right, because it sounds like you're saying Ghosts of Sashimi, and that is a food.
No, I'm saying Ghost of Tsushima.
Sashimi, yeah.
No, Tsushima.
Sashimi, the raw food.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna fucking go on.
The way you said that, it sounded like you were just like, I am gonna fuck you.
Well, maybe we never want to know what the end of that fucking sentence was. So
anyway, okay.
I'll leave it open for listener interpretation.
Okay, I don't know much about the game. Animal Crossing, I think, is a little like blown out of proportion a little bit.
I think that should be more for like
everybody needs to relax.
That one, I saw it down in the community following one. I'm like, that's a more appropriate setting for that game.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, this is part of my point is Animal Crossing. The only reason it's on there is because it's so popular, and popular doesn't mean game of the year. If you wanted to call the category most popular game of the year, but like,
exactly,
to me, a game of the year candidate, which is, again, this is kind of my point here, should be well-rounded graphically, story-wise, mechanically. The music should be great. If there's voice acting, it should be top-notch. Like, those are 5 categories. That's why, like, while my favorite out of that list is probably Doom Eternal, I wouldn't nominate that for Game of the Year.
Right.
Like, it has to have, I feel like you have to have a certain amount of depth for a Game of the Year candidate, and Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal don't have that. I'm not saying they're bad games, but that's just not Game of the Year.
Correct. I know.
That's how I feel like that it's morphed into a different thing.
Oh, exactly. Oh, by the way, speaking of Doom Eternal, I saw this today. There was a guy who did a speed run on it in a half an hour.
Really?
Fucking! It was on YouTube. It was the creators did their commentary while watching it, and they just couldn't believe it.
Did he utilize glitches or something?
There were a few. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple he did, but I mean, for the most part, though, you still had to fight your way. Because in like the first game, for example, you could do speed runs on certain levels like that were separate from the actual game itself. So technically speaking, you could still do it as a quote speed run type game, but again, like they made it harder just so like it's again for more fun component of it. So the fact that this guy was just cruising through all of these different creatures and stuff that these people added into it, and they're just like, God damn, like he was just flying through it. It was absolute bananas.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this too. The game Hades, I had to look it up because I did not. I hadn't heard of it. Didn't know what it was. It's only on Steam, from what I can tell. I think you would actually like it. It's only what did I say? Where's on my wish list? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It is currently $24.99. Basically, it's like it's got the same feel as Diablo in terms of like that, you know what I mean, like the camera play angle.
Oh, Dungeon Crawler.
Sure. Honestly, you could have just made that up, and I'm just going with it. You get it.
I'll Google a picture and tell you if that's what it is.
Okay. But it's got that, but it's more of like a fast-paced action game, like with actual hack and slash fighting demons.
The cover is like a guy with an anime art style.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a dungeon crawler.
Okay. Yep. So that yeah, and basically what you do is you're trapped in the underworld, like Hades has trapped you as that character in the underworld, and you have to utilize all the gods and goddesses to help get out of hell. Basically,
Oh, that's kind of tight.
kind of like a reverse God of War.
That's pretty cool. Hey, do you remember the game Dante's Inferno?
Yes, I
Good.
personally did not play, but I am aware of the game.
No, I played it.
Isn't it similar to Diablo, like
No,
dungeon
not at all.
crawler?
Nope.
What am I thinking of then? I gotta look it up.
Champions Norath. I don't know what you're thinking of.
Maybe I gotta look it up now.
It's
Dante's.
like God of War. Can just answer your question.
Oh, is it
Maybe that's what
really?
the combat is like.
Oh, okay, okay,
Like
okay.
original trilogy God of War, not new God of War.
I see, I see, I see. Okay, okay. I do actually want to say this too. So I was scrolling through, looking at
Wait, is this a new topic?
no, it's still game of the year awards. Best score in music. Doom Eternal's on there again, and I feel like should just from rock and roll standpoint, I'm like, hey, fucking take the cake. Why not? Um,
I mean, it
but
is a big high point for the games.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. I will say this though. So I'm scrolling through the list and I get to a category best ongoing. So awards to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So I get down to this category and I see Apex Legends. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
obviously. Destiny 2. Okay. Call of Duty Warzone. Again, okay.
Okay.
Fortnite. And then I scroll and I see one more game.
Noticing a theme here.
Oh, but now you're going to be thrown for a loop. Are you ready for the last game in this category?
Yes.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, from like a developer bailed their own asses out standpoint.
Right. Because the last DLC that they added completely turned that game around.
Which I guess, I mean, that does fit the bill for the description. So
Exactly. That's the thing is like I saw it there at first and I was like, what? But then again, when I reread it and I thought to myself, well, it has gotten high praise for what they recently added to it. So I was like, oh shit. Like, okay.
hell, if anything, it should win because it continues to improve the player experience. That one did it better than all those other games.
Honestly, I think so.
I mean, in terms of a function of improvement.
I think if No Man's Sky wasn't on that list, I'd probably give it to Call of Duty just because I think it took I've talked about this before, but I think it took the entire Battle Royale thing and just, again, Call of Duty the shit out of it and just amplified it by 1,000.
Sure.
Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Ooh, so best indie game. I
All right,
see.
stop. Stop there. I
Sorry.
gotta read this ad. I just was
Oh,
looking for you to stop talking.
oh, hey, sorry, man. When I'm going, I'm going. You know that.
Okay. The final portion of the podcast is presented by Naked Nutrition. Naked Nutrition provides you with pure protein powders and supplements to help you meet your nutrition and fitness goals. Naked Nutrition is completely transparent about their ingredients. That way, you know exactly what's going into your body. No additives means your body gets more of what it needs, and we suggest checking out their soy free natural protein powder that I talked about last week, actually. You can go ahead and pair that with your workout from Sweat Connected, by the way. Right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase at nakednutrition.com by using the code POD. That's 10% off using the code POD, P O D. Take your nutrition to the next level with Naked Nutrition.
I see what you did there. Crossing
Thanks.
over sponsors like that.
Hey, you know,
Very, very cool.
best indie game.
Uh, basically, there's a whole bunch. I mean, Hades is one of them, but there's a whole bunch of no names except for Fall Guys.
I mean, that was like a phase up and down.
Dude, I mean, I just think the way it was crazy how fast it took off and just how fast it died. This is
Well,
awesome.
yeah, because there isn't that much to the game, and
Right.
everybody got it because it was free. Like if I would have paid money for that, I would have been really disappointed.
Oh, absolutely. I think okay. So this next category is best mobile game. I think one of the entries on here kind of bullshit.
Go on.
Um, okay, so Call of Duty Mobile is one of them. Uh, Genshin Impact, Pokemon Cafe Mix, Legends of Runa. I don't even know what that is. But the one game though that I'm pissed about is Among Us. The game came out in 2018.
So why is it on there now?
The only thing I can think of is maybe it didn't become a mobile game until 2020.
Maybe.
We're checking our sources. Hold on a sec, people.
Yeah.
I heard you clicking away over there.
Nope. 2018.
Really?
Actually, it was here we go. Even worse. It was released. This is from the Among Us wiki.
Okay.
In case anybody's curious. It was released on June 15th, 2018 on iOS and Android, and was later released on Steam on August 18th.
What?
So it was a mobile game first. But I mean, you would just have to look at wherever they decide to, if they decide to publish the information of what can qualify for an award. I mean, I guess if it's saying 2020, but if they're like, oh, it could be published in the last 2 years. I mean, as long as they set the rules and abide by them, then fine. But it doesn't make sense. I agree.
But typically for any sort of award given out, it's for the year that it's in. Like, you don't see Game of the Year, like nominees for Game of the Year from last year in this year's category.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you just have to decide. You have to determine what parameters they're setting, because like the Academy Awards have a specific time frame the movie has to be released.
Sure.
So you just have to figure out whatever that is if they decide to tell anybody. And
damn, still though, like,
no, I agree. Conceptually, it's stupid, but
like, I understand it's a great
their
game,
show.
but Jesus, I could understand it going to the next category, which was best community support, because for example, like Destiny 2 is still on here, even though Destiny 2 was released a couple of years ago. But like, in terms of the category, it's what game has continued to have the best community support up to this point.
So then you'd have to retroactively go back and pull forward.
Sure. So, for example, like Among Us could very easily be then in that category. It's like, oh, hey, it was released in 2018, but it's gained a huge community following up to this point. So I feel like that's a more appropriate category to put it in. Like, to put it into best mobile game, like, bitch, that game came out 2 years ago.
Right.
Like, there are plenty of mobile games that came out between then and now that are not going to get thrown into this category. That's just lame. Lame. I think that's really about it. I mean, there's like best VR categories. If anything, the thing I like about these lists is that it gives me games to look up and potentially get myself. Apparently, there's a Walking Dead game for VR that I didn't even know existed. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
I've heard that title.
I've heard it too, but I didn't realize it was a VR game.
Yeah, me neither.
Son of a bitch. Best action game. Well, if Doom Eternal doesn't win that, I don't know what will. Best action adventure. Yeah, The Last of Us 2 should be just fine. I kind of find this crazy. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales was nominated for a couple categories.
Why is that crazy?
Because it literally just came out.
Well, I mean,
I feel like they really
it's good. It's good. It's not going to change.
I guess, yeah. I guess like usually you'd think it'd be out for a little bit longer to make sure people get a proper playthrough of the game and make sure that it's actually even.
Oh, come on, dude! People can 100% the game in 40 hours.
That's true.
People who do that shit.
That's true, and those people are psychopaths.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Other than that, there's best family game, best blah blah. Yeah. So, but that's pretty much it. Best multiplayer. Yeah, I see Fall Guys down there again. Among Us. See, now that is appropriate. Another appropriate category. Best multiplayer. Among Us is in there. That I get. Yeah, whatever.
Did you get all your Christmas shopping done?
We'll tune in December 10th for Game Awards. Yeah, actually, I did.
Did you get the Turbo Man doll?
No, they were all out.
Yeah, I know, bro. It starts a whole adventure for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Dude, what a fucking movie.
I like that movie.
You know what was crazy? Speaking of Christmas movies, I was talking with some of the my coworkers on our Microsoft Teams yesterday, and we were talking favorite Christmas movie. People were bringing up, like for instance, someone brought up Jingle All the Way. Someone brought up Elf. Someone brought up I said like A Christmas Story, and then one of my colleagues brought up Gremlins, and I was like, is that really a Christmas movie? But
But if
then,
Gremlins is a Christmas movie, then my favorite is Jurassic World.
see, that's what I'm saying. So
because that occurs over Christmas.
I was like, well, wait a second. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I gave him like shit for it a little bit, but I'm like, whatever. Like, I'd rather go with Christmas Story anyway. And he's like, I've never seen a Christmas Story. I was like, what?
I haven't seen it all the way either.
Okay, you're not almost in your 40s.
I guarantee you the answer is going to be the same if I make it that long.
I mean, that's you. You're stubborn.
I'm not stubborn. I've seen parts of the movie. It's not that funny.
Okay. Different. He's never seen it, like, in general. Bits, parts, this, like, he knows of things from people that have told him stuff, but he's never, like, actually even seen bits of it. Like, dude, it's literally on 24 hours.
I know, but you can also feel that it's one of those things that people love it because they want to love it, because they feel like they should love it, not because it's good.
Oh, I just love it because I think it's funny.
You don't know what my favorite part is?
When he shoots his eye out?
No.
Oh. I thought you were going to see, like, inflict self-pain. Because you're a psychopath like that.
No, I'm not. Also, I've told you this before, and I'm going to tell you again.
Okay.
And it's going to irritate me just as much as last time.
Okay.
You need to stop telling people stuff.
What?
Like people that we know, because Morgan heard from you that I hit people when I wake up. Because you said it as a joke. But the way you say jokes are the way you say jokes to me. I've been talking to you nonstop for 15 years. I understand what's real and what's not real. When you say shit to my parents or my new girlfriend, they go, oh, okay, Zach didn't say that, nor laugh, nor say just kidding. And then, unbeknownst to me, because I move on, they fucking believe you. I was so fucking mad at you last night. You probably weren't even awake.
Oh, no, I was dead asleep.
Because Morgan was like, well, don't, because I was sleeping over at Morgan's. I was like, well, don't hit the dog if he wakes you up. And I was like, what? She's like, well, Zach said you slap people, you hit people when you wake up. And I was like, no, I don't. She's like, well, he said you slap people. I was like, no, I don't. He's never actually physically woken me up to even know if that's true or not.
Hold on. Here's the thing, though. I never said you hit people. I said I've woken you up, and you've done like the.
Yeah, but when you do it because you're going for effect, because I know you and how you tell stories, you do the motion, and people believe that I'm hitting you when you wake me up. You fucking asshole. Just stop talking. When we're around people, just zip it, okay?
Oh my god. That is amazing.
I was like mad at her for believing that. I was mad at you for not being more appropriate to people you don't talk to.
I was going to say there has to be some blame, first of all, because I'm like, again, I understand the reason as to why she would potentially believe me. Like, I get it. But, like, really? Josh hits people.
Okay, bro. I mean, we've been dating. We've been seeing each other for probably 3 months. Officially dating for a month and a half. You and I make a fucking podcast together, and we're always like, "Hey, we always know each other." Blah blah blah. And she goes, "Oh, I gotta get this information from this asshole. I would believe it too."
What's
like,
up?
Who are you gonna believe at this point?
No, I get it.
Fucking asshole. Now I wish I just did it, because at least then she would have thought it, and I at least would have got the pleasure of hitting you. Which I have never done. God, you're such a fucking fucker.
Oh my god. Your parents have got to think you're so fucked in the head.
Yeah, because you say shit like that. Like you would say, like in conversation. Oh, this is a fucking thing now. Because for everybody listening, in conversation, we'd be sitting down, like if Zach was visiting, and we'd be sitting down and be talking about something, and we're having a normal conversation. I don't joke with my parents. Like my parents are actual parents. Sorry if that offends you, but we're not like buddies. I think that's weird.
Parents are supposed to be your best friends. I'll say
no,
it right.
They're not. So like, I don't get sarcastic with them. I don't tell jokes. I don't talk to my parents how I'm talking to Zach right now. That's obvious, or at least it should be. So there. That being said, the level of like sarcasm and jokiness isn't there. So we sit down. Apparently, Zach missed that memo because it's my parents and not his.
Yeah, never got it.
And he'll say shit like, "Yeah, Josh really likes that self-pain shit because he's psychotic. And like straight face, be like, all right, dude. And then they'll believe it.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Good. Fucking douche. Like, I understand these are funny jokes between the two of us, but other people don't know that. Because what makes them funny is we say them seriously.
I guess we've just been doing it for so long. It's just my normal way of like just presenting the information. Like we've
No,
like,
I know, but I didn't do it when I talked to your parents.
my dad wouldn't give a shit. You know him.
Well,
He is that guy
still.
where if you did throw that sarcastic shit out there, he would at first possibly believe you, and then he'd be like, "Ah."
I don't know, man. If I tell you to do something weird, you'd be like, yeah, he's fucking weird.
That's exactly, I told you. He'd be like, "Yeah, that's my fucking kid. What do you want?"
God,
what I
damn.
fucking produce.
I don't even know what made me think of this just now, but I'm glad I said it out loud.
Dude, that is hilarious. I will say this from that picture you sent to me last night of Morgan's dog. God,
Yeah. What were you talking about? He just looked like a dog.
no, because remember what I told you in the past. So he's super. She said he's super anxious around so many other people, but he's not around you because he senses that you're constantly nervous and you're constantly freaking out. So he acts calm around you to calm you. So the look on his face was him going, "Look, dipshit, if you don't calm your tits down, you're going to die." So that's why I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, dial it back or you're gonna fucking die soon. This dog's worrying for his life for you.
That's not what you said. You said I'm gonna give the dog a heart attack.
Yeah, because like he had this look in his face of he was so concerned about you that he was now starting to freak out. He's like, look, man, I've started to calm down to help you calm down, but now you're at a level that's so high. Now I'm freaking out.
I can't even take it.
Like I'm calm
looking
around you.
I'm looking at his picture right now.
You know what I mean? Like, look at that.
Oh my god.
He's like,
That's like
oh. He's like, holy shit, dude, fucking relax, please, please, please.
Oh dear.
Can you please just calm that heart rate down just a little bit? I like when you come over because you help me relax, and you're not helping me relax right now. Just those big ass eyes, like he's just.
The more you say it while I'm looking at it, the more I am reluctant to be on board with you. Or sorry, the more I start to believe with you, even though I'm reluctant to.
It's like it adds the effect of him of like me saying it and you looking at it. It just adds like the added effect of him going like, hey, man, just stop.
Jesus.
That's what I meant. So that
Oh man.
It's the eyes. That's what it is. The eyes are so. And honestly, this is the other crazy part too. Is Stella, our anxiously crazy dog, is the same way. I think like over anxious dogs have the most expressionable eyes on the face of this planet. Like I'm honestly saying that because right now I'm fucking 2 for 2 in this whole defense. So
that's 100%.
Like I'm 100% on this thing. So if somebody else has an anxious dog that does not have expressionable eyes, let me know.
Send us a picture.
Yeah.
Actually, just send us a picture of your dogs.
Oh, that actually be kind of cool. Send us a picture of dogs. I like dogs.
I also like dogs. Do not, never mind. I'm not even going to say it because if I say it, it's going to happen. So I'm just going to retract what I just said. So send us a picture of your dogs, please. Shut up.
Yes. Dogs, please. Dogs for Josh. Okay. So as we now approach the end of the show, I actually do want a quick little shout out really quick. So we have another fellow gaming podcast called Ginger and the Beard. Visited their Twitch stream before, kind of conversed with them and stuff. They are currently organizing together a casting for a cause fundraiser. They are looking to raise money to help kids in need celebrate the holidays appropriately. So once this episode gets posted, I will throw links for the GoFundMe that they have set up on our Twitter, as well as links on our Instagram. I'll share like their post that they have. And honestly, it's a really cool cause. Like it's, like I said, you're donating to help kids who are in need, who don't have money, who are obviously right now struggling with their families and stuff. They can't celebrate the holidays appropriately. They don't get cool toys. They don't get 24 cases of Monster. Just things like that. So, no, but seriously though, these guys are putting this together, and they were collaborating with a bunch of podcasts. They threw one at us, and I said, absolutely, we'd love to take part in this. So again, it's the Casting for Cause. I will again put links for the GoFundMe, all that's good stuff in our Twitter, Instagram, and go check it out. Go donate and help a kid have a proper Christmas. What do you think about
That's
that?
a good place to end.
I think so.
It's time to wrap her up.
What do we got going on here? We have a promo at the end for Fat, Drunk, and Stupid podcast. Their title, not mine. No, but seriously though, great show. Stay tuned afterwards for, again, promo for Fat, Drunk, and Stupid. Josh, do you have anything else?
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like us. Review us.
Go subscribe to Twitch because your boy made affiliate.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Zach made affiliate. We're going to work on the technicalities of getting me on there, get some more YouTube content. So hopefully our YouTube channel is a little more active coming. It's going to be crazy, though, dude. I'm going to tell you right now, between now and the end of the year. Oh, just work's going to be nuts.
Oh,
I anticipate having to go in extra and stuff like that. So
I mean, again,
we'll do our best.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're gonna do our best. I mean, again, I'm trying to stream, kind of on a regular basis, trying to do what I can. But yeah, like I said, like Josh said, stay tuned. You know, we'll get the YouTube back up and going. But for now, I will do what I can on Twitch. Hopefully, I get Josh on in a party and we can all Twitch it up together. And until then, we will catch you all next time. Adios, everybody.
Hey folks, Rob here from Fat, Drunk, and Stupid. And what is that, you ask? Well, aside from 3 words that describe my life, it's a podcast. We talk about food, fun, fellowship, movies, books, video games, pop culture, and much more. Also, some very interesting guests and some awesome stories, and of course, some cold beers along the way too. So look us up on Twitter at FDS Podcast 7 and look for Fat, Drunk, and Stupid wherever you find your favorite podcast. Thanks for listening.